Baseball from the Big Apple. We're at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Today, a matchup of division rivals at opposite ends of the standings between the Baltimore Orioles and the New York Yankees. Yankees baseball comes your way next. Gerrit Cole is on the mound for Game 2. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy's having a real solid year, Matt. He won his 15th game of the year in his last start. He's been solid since the season began, and he'd like nothing more than to pick up win number 16 and have 2 quality starts back-to-back.
Now at the plate is Luis Garcia. He will lead this one off today.
The afternoon for Baltimore, the shortstop, Luis Garcia.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. And we are underway from Yankee Stadium as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. Well, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, I know they lost their last game, but you know as well as I do, in this sport, you have to have short-term memory. You have to let it go. They can get it going back in the right direction today.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Bounce towards the second baseman. Reined in. Throw to first is in time for the first out. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Baltimore Orioles. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, I'm watching the guy they call Dr. Smooth, Michael Brantley. He's really excelled against right-handed pitching this season, hitting over 300 against them coming in. So, given the matchup he's faced with here, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him make some noise at the plate.
Joey Wendell digs in now, and it's fouled away. He comes in with that average down in the 240s, 6 home runs and 34 driven in. The windup and the 0-1. Swing, and he pops him up, and no one will get this one. Cole has tossed more than 170 innings to date and hangs an ERA just a little over 3.5. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. Our temperature 74 degrees as we get things started this afternoon. The 1-2.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit down the third baseline. And that's the second out.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
So the bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that brings in the left-handed hitting outfielder Michael Brantley. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Fouled off. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Orioles. Orioles nothing. The Yankees coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. John Means, Kansas-born left-hander, will be doing the pitching. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, in a day and age where we don't see very many complete games, 6 really good innings in his last start to pick up the win, and I think they'll be happy if he can duplicate that again in this one.
And now in the box, Kevin Vizcaino. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Curveball taken a little high. Well, guys, these Orioles entering play today. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, guys, after the first 4 games on this road trip, they find themselves 2-2, kind of par for the course. But they got to find a way to play a little bit better today, kind of turn the tide and get it working in a positive direction.
Fouled away. Popped him up. Wendell ranging into shallow right. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Batting second.
With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Mark, daytime baseball at home. What do we need to know about these guys?
At the end of the day, besides wins and losses, this should be the only stat that matters. That's creating runs for your team, and that's exactly what this team does and this lineup does consistently. They lead the league right now in touching home plate, and more times...
Galvis, great stop. He gathers the throw. How about that?
Batting third, the designated hitter, Gleyber Torres.
In now is the Yankees DH, Gleyber Torres. He enters play in the hunt for the league's home run crown, but he'll have some work to do down the stretch. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. That hits the outside corner. It's strike 1.
Hey, they say solos won't kill us, but I got to believe this guy's looking to do exactly that.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball. And that misses 2-2. Into the windup and the pitch. And he fouls this one off. Ready with another 2-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Now the payoff pitch home. And there's a line drive base hit to left field. Some 2-out success means that Aaron Judge gets to swing it here. Just an absolute laser that time, screaming off the bat, if you will. And Showtrack tells us it went out at 112 miles an hour. Those are the line drives you can hear as they go by. And that'll bring up Aaron Judge as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250, 21 homers and 55 driven in. The 1-0 home is taken, strike 1.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
Torres, the runner at first with 2 gone. And it's fouled away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Still even at 2-2. So a full count now.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
Three-two pitch is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. One left for the Yankees. We are still scoreless. That'll bring in the versatile Pat Valaika. His career line against Garrett Cole, just 3 for 14. And now the first pitch. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Man, I really don't know how you swing at that. He must have had his mind up he was going to swing as soon as the ball came out of the pitcher's hand.
Hard on the ground towards short. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
I know this pitcher's trying to keep his pitch count down, but that's ridiculous right there. Pitch right down the middle. He's lucky he's getting this ball back.
That'll bring up Ryan Mountcastle as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. 261 the average coming into action here. A dozen home runs and 55 driven in. Left side scooped up. LeMahieu for one. To Voit in time for the double play.
Center fielder, Austin Hayes.
Austin Hayes the next to bat. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. The pitch.
He'll take that first pitch strike all day long. If they're going to take 0-0, he's going to pound that zone and get ahead. Much more susceptible down 0-1 than 1-0.
Hit hard towards center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So the two-out base hit, and the top of the inning is still alive.
Hey, after that hit right there, Dero, that extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 6 days in a row with knocks will help you sleep better at night, Dan.
To the plate now, Ken Grubb, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. He'll enter play right at 333. 5 homers, 13 RBIs. Now it's 2-0.
And how about the uncommon patience for the rookie in a big spot right here? These have been some tough pitches to lay off.
2 balls and a strike to the Orioles first baseman. Fouled off. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
When a pitcher's close to working through a quick inning, that's when you really need to grind out some at-bats. He's done a good job of that, and that's really big when you're hitting towards the bottom of the order.
Now the payoff pitch home. And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
The third baseman, number 2.
Ready now for Baltimore. Freddie Galvis took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night. From the stretch. as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one.
Hey, this pitcher's going to have to step off the mound right here and refocus. Take a deep breath, something. Can't keep falling behind and creating traffic. It puts everybody on edge, not only himself, his defense, and especially his manager.
No score here as we play inning number 2. Oh, straightened him up there on that fastball. It's 1-2 now.
Man, I'm interested to see this next pitch. 3 balls pounded on the inside half of the plate. He either has no respect for this hitter or he's setting him up to go down and away.
A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Orioles strand a couple. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Last half of the second set to go, and that'll bring in the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
Second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
And now pitch on the way. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. One and two now. Into the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
And digging into the batter's box next will be Giancarlo Stanton as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball one. Lifetime in this matchup, he's 1 for 4. Bottom of the second here with no score. Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Gary Simmons.
You know, D-Row, Gary Simmons, he's one of those umpires. He'll give you one thing or the other. At times, his zone can be a little wide, and then he's a little more strict north and south, but he's a pretty consistent umpire.
The key, Dan, is be consistent. You want to give him the inside half, I'm okay with that, but then you can't give him away. If you're going to stay east-west, you better pick one side.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Batting 7, the first baseman, Luke Voit.
Next for New York, Luke Voit. He comes into this one hoping for a late season push toward moving up near the top of that RBI leaderboard.
Hey, you know, D-Row, RBIs don't tell the entire story, but this guy's second in the league right now in runs batted in. He's a pretty good offensive player.
Well, I want to write the next chapter to that story, Dan, because if I'm second in RBIs right now, I'm feeling pretty frisky about my season.
As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here, no balls and a strike.
Hey, this offense better be prepared to pull a trigger. This starter is known to be aggressive and come right after you.
2 out, nobody on. The 0-1 is a fastball low, and that evens the count at 1-1. And he looks at one in there, 1-2.
Got to pitch to the ballpark's dimensions right here. Love the execution of that pitch down in the zone. Got to keep the ball in the yard.
Here comes the 1-2.
Inside, ball 2.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And another foul ball.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
Another one sent foul. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And he struck him out, so he was forced to make 9 pitches that at-bat, but he'll take it as the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. We'll move to the 3rd with no score.
Welcome back to the Bronx, where these fans have witnessed a lot of good pitching from their Yankees this season. They enter the day near the top of the league in strikeouts, so this is a pitching staff that possesses a lot of dominant arms. One of them told me, the talent and pure stuff on this team is ridiculous. So as long as we're going after the hitters and commanding our pitches in the right spots, we'll have a lot of success. Most of the time that's the case, and that's because we trust in our abilities. It's pretty clear these guys are some of the best around at keeping the opposition off balance. Matt?
All right, Heidi, thank you. First pitch of the AB on its way. Adley Rutschman is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses, ball 2. Comes back with a fastball low, and that moves it to 3-1 now.
You could pretty much book it that a fastball's coming. A challenge fastball right here. He cannot allow the 9-hole hitter to get on base with the top of the order looming.
There's the good fastball, and he can't catch up. 3-2.
His heater's got some late ride through the zone. A lot of late swings right now. You're only going to get to that pitch if you get the front foot down early.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
The batter, number 3, shortstop.
In now for the O's, Luis Garcia. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll 2.
1 strike now from Cole. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now, using the slide step to try to control the running game.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
A ball and 2 strikes to the Orioles shortstop. The 1-2. Rutschman aboard here at first with nobody out. Got him.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And, hey, a strikeout always works, too.
And that'll bring up Joey Wendell as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Third inning, no score to this point. Taken off the outside as the breaking ball couldn't catch the corner.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
The 3-1. Oh, he got his fastball that time as this one sent into right center. That's a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tough, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
0 for 1 for him here in this one. Popped him up. LeMahieu ranges back, and he has it for out number 2.
Now batting, right fielder, Pat Valaika.
Digging in next, Pat Valaika. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. From the stretch, here's the pitch. High in the air out to center field. Hicks is under it. And that's the third out. Orioles strand a couple. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Now it'll be Aaron Hicks. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
First pitch coming. Here it is. There's a strike at the knees. 0-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. He's got it, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Batting ninth, the catcher, Gary Sanchez.
Digging in now for the Yankees, Gary Sanchez. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. And that's down into left center for a base hit. He'll get it into second, but he'll be in there with a double.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
At the plate now, Kevin Vizcaino. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. Flew out in his only at-bat so far. Oh, 0-1, here it comes. Good changeup there as he takes command. 0-2. Oh, and he's going to get rung up on a curveball, and that looked like a questionable strike at best. 2 away.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
That'll bring in Giovanni Urshela as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Wow, I can't believe the hitter took that one. The pitcher absolutely got away with a hanger.
Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. fouled away. From the stretch, the 1-2. Line drive to left. Coming on is Brantley, but he won't get there. It's a base hit. The relay. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. A run on 2 hits for the Yankees. On now to the top of inning number 4. The Yankees are out in front, 1-0. Stepping in now, Ryan Mountcastle.
The designated hitter.
As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now the 1-0. 2 tight with that one. 3-0.
Great AB up until this point. A walk right here could really just infuse some confidence into this lineup.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. A good pass at that ball, just a little late, and now the count's full.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
Next to hit is Austin Hayes, singled in his last at-bat. He's set, and the pitch. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. Mountcastle gets his lead at first, nobody out. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. There he goes. Pitch is high. The throw is there to ring him up. The caught stealing for Sanchez.
Not every catcher can make that throw, so that was pretty special. Benito Santiago made throwing from his knees famous when he was playing, but it's a really tough one to pull off. That's a long throw without any legs underneath you, so hats off to him on that one.
The 2-1 on its way. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you can see, he's right up there, 4th in the AL in that category. Stepping in next, Ken Grubb worked a walk his first time up. The pitch. Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one.
I don't mind the aggressiveness right there. He was definitely trying to get the head to a fastball. He pulled the string on that one. He's going to have to stay back a little bit longer.
Behind 0-2 now. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Nothing doing this time around for the O's. They trail this one 1-0. Welcome back to the Bronx as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far, and flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And next will be the imposing power bat, Gleyber Torres. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Right fielder is on the run. Around first, digging for 2. And a high bounce will take it over the outfield wall, and he kicks off the inning with a ground rule double. Here's big Aaron Judge as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. Runner in scoring position here already following the ground rule double. Now the 1-0. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now. Now the 3-2 pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. A runner at second, nobody out. This is foul right side.
He's got a good feel for his off-speed pitches second time through the order, and we just saw 3 in a row.
Once again a 3-2. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Now batting, second baseman, DJ.
Next, here is DJ LeMahieu. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
As he'll take a look at the pitch too low, it's ball 1. None out, runners at first and second. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. The relay, and he is in there.
We'll see if moving up to third pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go for third, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a hit.
Now at the plate, here is Giancarlo Stanton, struck out in his first at-bat.
And he can't allow the same thing to happen in this situation. This is a big-time spot in this game. He's got to find a way to put the ball in play.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball one.
With one out and runners on the corners, some managers like to hit and run here. It's a little risky, but it can help you stay out of the double play if it's well executed.
2-0 to the Yankees left fielder.
Hey, not a good spot to be, down 2-0. This guy has some serious pop at the plate. I'm expecting a big hack here.
Hit hard to short. And that's through for a base hit. Notch one in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. It's a 2-0 ball game. And no chance there. He'll make it to third safely.
Nice execution right there. Ball was down below the knees. He stayed through it and was able to drive it for a base hit.
Into the box, Luke Voit. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one.
Well, I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
Ready with the 1-0. Now he gets the ground ball to first. This might be two. One there. Relay to first in time. And just like that, this side is retired. Yankees forced to settle for one. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the fifth.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Orioles offense with their manager between innings, and overall he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've already worked out 3 walks, so he feels as though that kind of willingness to let the opposition work themselves into trouble will continue to result in good things for them on the scoreboard.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. And stepping in, Freddie Galvis. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
This is where the pressure starts to build a little bit on an offense. It's not late enough. I mean, you don't have to start panicking right now, but this is where you're looking for someone to light a spark to get back in this game.
No balls and a strike to count. And it's quickly 0-2.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
Ball one as he lays off below the zone.
Count is 1-2.
Right side, but it's well foul. That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Into the windup and the pitch.
That pitch was way down on 2-2, but give the hitter some credit there. Sometimes with 2 strikes, you're more apt to expand the strike zone, but he didn't and held off on that one that wasn't even close.
He'll try it again, 3-2. On the ground and right at the shifted infielders. Fielded cleanly, and the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting, the catcher, Adley Rutschman.
So 1 out and nobody aboard. And up next, Adley Rutschman. First delivery to him. Up around the letters with that one for ball 2. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
A 3-1 count, tying run on deck. Good spot to be a hitter right now. You have to look for something middle in.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Hit sharply on the ground. LeMahieu's got it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Luis Garcia.
Back to the top of the Oriole lineup now, and stepping in, Luis Garcia. Here's the first pitch. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. There's ball 2 as the slider dips below the zone.
Boy, that's one of the toughest pitches to lay off. A hard breaking ball at the back foot. Tough take on a terrific pitch.
And this is on the inside edge, perhaps off the inside edge, but it's a called strike. 2-2 now. Full count now, 3-2. Three-two pitch. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. On the ground to third. Throw on to Voit takes care of him, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They're down 2-0. And now, Aaron Hicks. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
The center fielder, Aaron Hicks.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Under it is Hayes, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, catcher Gary Sanchez.
Next, it'll be Gary Sanchez. He doubled his last time up.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB.
A ball and no strikes. The 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike.
This pitcher's bringing it with some high velo. You better get that front foot down early and get ready, or he's going to throw it right by you.
And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2.
Hey, after the double in his first at-bat, looks like he's trying to pitch around this guy a little bit.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Hit in the air to right field. And that's in there. Base hit. Around first. He's digging for second. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
Their own pitcher is absolutely dealing right now. So this is a big moment in this game. If his teammates can pick him up and drive him in now, that might be all they need to get the W here.
Standing in now, Kevin Vizcaino, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. The 1-0 pitch. That's inside. 2-0.
Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a third time.
Nope. 3-0. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. Hit high but foul as that'll get in amongst the fans. The 3-2 pitch. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. Wendell camps under it, and he's got it for out number 2.
The batter, number 29.
Now into the box, Gio Urshela. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch of the AB on its way, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. A ball and 2 strikes now. Two out here and a runner at second. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. And he fouls this one off.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. The 2-2 one more time. Hit on the ground out to short, right to him. Throw to first with time to spare, and the side is retired. Yanks leave 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. So now into the box is Joey Wendell. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Pitch on the way. And a knuckleball here is bounced to second base. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Up next for the Orioles, the left fielder, Michael Brantley.
Next up, Michael Brantley. No hits to this point. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. And it's fouled away. One strike now from Cole. Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball.
Can you boys say next? Who's next up to bat? Because this guy's done. You cannot fall down 0-2 to one of the better pitchers in the league and expect to get a base hit.
Now the pitch. And this is swung out and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning.
Well, we're all hearing his name in the Cy Young Award discussions at this point in the season. It's pretty hard to argue against it when you watch him dominate a guy on 3 pitches and send him packing without much problem.
At the plate, Pat Valaika. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at a first pitch fastball for strike 1.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70% of the batters he's faced, he's thrown a first pitch strike 2.
Ball 1, taken just off the inside. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fouled off. Here comes the 1-2. Fouled away. The next 3-2 is at the knees and called strike 3. 1-2-3 go the Orioles. They trail things here 2-0. Tyler Wells enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and standing in is the DH, Gleyber Torres.
The designated hitter.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. As he'll take a look at ball 1. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now. In the dirt, it's 3-0 now. And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
So a runner at first now with nobody out, and that'll bring up the big bat of Aaron Judge. He's set. Here it comes. And he gets ahead 0-1.
Nice job by the pitcher right there to establish himself back into the strike zone. Would have liked to have seen the hitter been a little bit more aggressive in that situation. Usually when a pitcher throws 4 balls in a row, that next pitch you could get super greedy right down the middle.
And this one's in the dirt. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Torres on at first, nobody out. And it's a ball and 2 strikes now to Aaron Judge. In the dirt here, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. A breaking ball swung on and missed, and he's set down for the 2nd time this afternoon.
That's just quality pitching right there for that strikeout. Some guys are real good low ball hitters, but more often than not, keeping the ball down is going to lead to a lot of success on the mound.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing. This is on the ground over to first. There's one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Nothing across here this half of the inning. We're through 6 full. It's the Yankees 2 and the Orioles nothing.
Okay, you asked for it.
All set for the start of the inning, and striding forward the designated hitter, Ryan Mountcastle.
Ryan Mountcastle.
Here's the first pitch to him. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low, it's ball 1.
Man, this guy has retired a whole slew right now. I think what he needs to do is just stay focused and keep attacking the game plan like he has up to this point, because everything he's done has worked.
Here comes the 1-0. There's a drive out toward the alley in right center. Running hard, he's digging for second. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder tucked, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
You know, D-Row, I talked to him before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off. He had to wait to the 7th inning in this one to come through.
Has a look, now the pitch. Austin Hayes stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. No one out with a runner at second. And he misses low with it, 2-0. Well, pitch count will become a factor here in the 7th. He's about to hit 100 for the game.
Yeah, Matty V, that magic number in today's game is about 100 pitches, and this next pitch will be pitch number 100. D-Row, he's been sailing along pretty easily so far in this one.
Yeah, he's given him some serious depth in this one. For him to get into the 7th inning allows the manager a lot of leeway, whether he wants to go to his bullpen or not.
3-1.
Now, that's a really curious pitch selection. 3-0 and turned to the slider. You have to wonder if maybe he's lost the feel for his fastball.
Ready on 3-1. Here's the pitch. He loses him on ball 4.
And when your pitch count gets over 100, you've got to expect them to lose a little bit of accuracy out there. And I think if he gets in any more trouble, they might come get him. We'll see if he can finish strong.
So stepping in is Ken Grubb, and he's looking to make something happen here with 2 on and nobody out.
Well, early in the count, expect him to look for a ball to drive. If he gets 2 strikes against him, he'll need to change his plan and focus on moving the runners up. This game is too close to get greedy.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Lays off 1-0.
Well, they've yet to hang a number on the scoreboard, but it looks like they've got a great opportunity from the breakthrough. Going to be pretty demoralizing if they can't.
That's wide, 2-0.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Runners are at first and third with none out. And he fouls this one off.
Well, the O's have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now would be a great time for that.
high fly ball out to straightaway center. After it is Hicks. He gets there to make the catch, but this should bring home a run as the runner tags from third. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at their deficit. It's now a 2-1 ball game. Here comes the Yankee manager now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And it appears that we've seen the last here in this one of Garrett Cole. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Daniel Norris will come on in relief here and appear in game number 25 on the year so far. Freddie Galvis will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and one away. From the stretch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Runners on first with one down. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. And Hicks will settle under this one for the second out.
Now batting, catcher, Adley Rutschman.
So it's a runner at first with two men out. And next up, the switch-hitting former #1 overall pick, Adley Rutschman. From the stretch.
You know, because this is just a one-run game, this doesn't strike me as a situation where he's going to be working around a guy. I think he's going to challenge him right here.
A bouncer to the left side, reined in. Throw over to LeMahieu at second, and that'll do it. A run, a hit, and a man left. Seventh inning stretch time now here in the Bronx. The Yankees lead this one 2-1. Giancarlo Stanton now 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far.
For the Yankees, the left fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
First delivery to him. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Now the 2-1 is looked at for ball 3.
And just when you needed a shutdown inning, a leadoff walk was certainly not on the agenda. He needs to bear down right here.
The 3-1. Popped him up. Rutschman is right there, and he puts it away for the first down.
Up next for the Yankees, the first baseman, Luke Voit.
Now to bat, Luke Voit. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. First pitch on the way. And, looked inside, but that's ruled a strike. 0-1. And there's ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. 2 balls and a strike to the Yankees' first baseman. Grounded back up the middle. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Now batting, the center fielder, Aaron Hicks.
In now, Aaron Hicks. Now a little pop-up off toward the third base side. Galvis over to his right, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, catcher, Gary Sanchez.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and the next to bat, the Dominican-born catcher Gary Sanchez. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Oh, 0-1 count, and the pitch. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Goodbye, home run. A 2-run home run off the bat of Gary Sanchez. 12 home runs for him now thus far, as the Yankees have taken a 4-1 lead.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
At the plate now, Kevin Vizcaino. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 0-1 delivery. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 out, nobody on. Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
Number 29.
So now to the plate, Gio Urshela, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with 2 strikes.
Now a fastball here that'll wisely lay off, and it's 1-2. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. Two out with the man at first. In the dirt, did he go around? Yes, he did. Rutschman gathers. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Yankees get a couple on the 2-run home run. We're through 7 this afternoon. It's now 4-1 New York. Ready to begin the 8th, and stepping up as the shortstop, Luis Garcia. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The 1-0 is a sinker that dips below the zone for a ball.
2 balls, no strikes.
Two-0 count. The pitch. 2-1 the count. Now the pitch. Too high that time, and it's 3-1.
If you're at the plate in this situation, you're only thinking one thing, and that is get on base. You got 3 balls. It has to be perfect. over those 17 inches for you to pull a trigger. A walk is as good.
A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And he'll make it to first easily on what will almost certainly be ruled an infield single.
I know it wasn't pretty right there, Dan, but that has to frustrate the pitcher. Leadoff guy, anytime he gets on, usually creates a problem.
And you know what, D'Lo, it's especially tough when you get as late in the game as we are right now. Anytime you get that leadoff guy on and have that pitcher start pitching out of the stretch, it always puts more stress on that pitcher pitching out of the stretch.
He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And it's 1-1.
All you want is the leadoff man to get on to start a big inning, maybe get a big rally going to claw your way back into this ball game.
And it's 1-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
He put up a pretty good battle at the plate right there. They finally get him on a 1-2 pitch, but you could see that he wasn't laying down without a fight. He really made the pitcher earn that strikeout.
Chad Green will come on in relief now as he'll make his 35th appearance of the season. Here's Michael Brantley. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Lifetime against this pitcher. He's 1 for 3. The 1-0. A bullet to first base. And he'll take it to the bag for the out. And there's your unassisted double play. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead. The Yankees 4 and the Orioles 1. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And that'll bring up the exciting middle infielder, Gleyber Torres. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Big swing and a miss at the changeup. A ball and a strike. The 1-1. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And again, he's got himself a base hit. Make it 3 for 3.
Boy, D'Lo, there's a case of the outfield defense playing so deep that ball looked like it was extra bases all the way, but they were able to cut it off.
Yeah, not too many times I would agree. I'd love to hear your take on this as well. The no doubles defense, I kind of never understood it to begin with. I felt like the pitcher, if he can execute the game plan, could keep the ball in front of the outfielders, but right there, boy, I was wrong. That worked.
Aaron Judge is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. Torres aboard here at first with nobody out. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
Two balls and a strike.
I love the fact that this batter continues to be aggressive, but after striking out twice already, maybe he's got to take a step back, see the ball a little bit deeper, and be willing to work deep into the count.
Ball even at 2-2. Has a look, now the pitch. Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
That's the third time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
And that sends DJ LeMahieu into the box, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. Comes set with the 0-1. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. From the belt, kicks and deals. This is skied out toward right. Right fielder is on the run. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Now batting, left fielder, Giancarlo.
Ready now is Giancarlo Stanton. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. Here comes the 0-1. And this one's in the dirt. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1 pitch. And he takes a big swing at that one as this one's lifted high in the air and deep out to left field. Goodbye, home run. Long 2-run homer off the bat of Giancarlo Stanton, and even 20 home runs for him now thus far, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
No surprise with that swing of the bat. This guy is simply one of the best in the game right now. There's not too many guys that take a beautiful hack like that in the league.
Cesar Valdez enters here looking to get the final out before the 9th inning.
Up next the first base
To the plate now, Luke Voit, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Now here it comes.
1 ball, 1 strike. That's a ball.
And it's fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Lifted down the line in left. And again, he's unable to keep it fair, but he's putting together quite a battle at the plate. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. With 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. Last chance coming up for the Orioles. It's now 6-1 in favor of New York. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Pat Valaika. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
Here's the first pitch to him. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Here's the 0-1. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. Lifetime against this particular arm. He's gone 2 for 5. He's taken him deep once. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th.
The batter, number 6, designated hitter, Ryan Mountcastle.
And now the designated hitter for the Orioles, Ryan Mountcastle. He hit a 2-bagger and later scored in his previous plate appearance.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
A ball and no strikes.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. High in the air down the right field line. The 1-1 pitch.
There's not too many umpires in the game that are going to ring that for a strike right there. That was borderline up, even though it was in the zone.
Here's the 2-1. Out in front here is this one scorched foul to the left. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Stanton has a read on it, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, the center fielder, Austin Hayes.
Digging in will be Austin Hayes. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. A 1 pitch on its way. Down the third baseline. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first, and the Yankees have come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over. 6-1 the final tally today. New York led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Garrett Cole earns his staff-leading 16th victory of the season. Chad Green hammers down the 5-out save, his 6th. So that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Wackney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Yankees, 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. For the Orioles, 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 7 minutes. Our paid attendance here at Yankee Stadium this afternoon, 47,000.